Hi guys, welcome back to Day Trade Diary. Today is a Tuesday, the 26th of May, 2026. Yesterday was a Monday, but it was a public holiday, a national holiday. So was busy with the family and so on. So I didn't have time to update. So it's been a few days since our last update. How many days has it been? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, um, Saturday. So it's been like 3 days since my last update on Friday. So it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days, 4 days since my last update. So I'll just give you a quick recap on what has been going on. It's day number 88 of our documented trading journey. So far, we haven't deviated at all from the grid or the ladder trading strategy, and it has yielded somewhat decent results. For Oanda, we are now at 15,626 with a 47% exposure. And for Binance Bitcoin, we're at 10,334 with a 21% exposure. Total net asset value 25,960, which is a gain percentage wise in the last 88 days of 10.33%. That equates to 2,430 US dollar gain. So we are somewhat decently pleased with that. The strategy seems to be working well with our two main assets, which are silver and Bitcoin. So this is what our net asset value curve looks like after 88 days. You can see it's generally in an uptrend following the largely the two assets that we trade, which are of course silver and Bitcoin. Our performance is somewhat in the average of Bitcoin and silver, but of course um, performing better than the average. If I can show you this chart here quickly. So this is the performance of our trading in blue, and this is the performance of Bitcoin since we started documenting our journey, and then this is silver. And as you can see, we are not in the middle of these two. We're somewhat better than these two. And if you take the average, here and here, the average is 1.83%, but our performance is 10%. So we're doing much better than if we had just hodled and bought 50% silver and 50% Bitcoin. So we had quite a busy last 4 days, especially for Bitcoin. We had 7 buys and 6 take profits, and I'll show you what it looks like here. Our last documented update was around here. This was on a Friday, the 22nd, and we had quite a busy few days. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buys, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 take profits. So quite a nice range here. We took advantage of this big dip over the weekend when obviously the activity is low, liquidity is lower. Then shenanigans happen where the price gets dumped and then aggressively bought back. So this is basically to shake out over leveraged traders as usual. But we managed to not be victim of that shakeout. We managed to capitalize on it by buying and selling on the way up. So that's a good result for Bitcoin. Okay, and then now we'll look quickly at what's going on at CFDs. Of course, the market has been closed over the last 3 days um, because of the weekend, and it was Memorial Day, and a lot of Europe were closed as well for a national holiday. But for silver, we had one take profit and one buy. So the buy was just here recently in the past few hours. The take profit, when was that? Let's have a look. Okay, so the buy was recently, just a few hours ago in the morning, and then the take profit was on Also last night. Okay. So when the markets open. So yeah, the take profit was at this green line, somewhere around here, and it was for the trade open at the 76 level. So it took the profit, and then I've reopened the trade and it hit the buy order again. Yeah. So that's why we have one take profit for this level, for the trade open somewhere here. And then we have since reopened that $76 trade, and that hit as well. And of course, the take profit is again set at the exact same level as the take profit previously at 78. You can see here. Okay, hope that's clear. Let's go through the rest of the assets before we close up for the day. Bonds looking good. So we have 3 open trades here, all in profit, I believe. Yeah, but very, very small profits because our exposure is quite tiny, only 1 unit for each. And volatility is quite low for that. So that's why our profits are smaller. For gold, let's look at gold. There we are with gold. We have 5 trades open at 0.1 units or ounces each. Okay. China, has it reached our... Nope, seems to be going up again. Let me close this because it's taking a... not performing very well. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's always not performing so well, this shared screen. Yeah, Microsoft products suck. So let's quickly look at China A50, what's going on here. So we have a buy order set. Not sure if that's going to hit ever. Okay, let's look at crude oil. It's taken a big crash over the past few days. Open gap down after the long weekend. We're still at $100 an oil barrel, $100 oil. We have some buy orders here set at 90 and 80. Long term, still very bullish on oil. Copper open gap up, but then today is taking a breather. I believe it's gonna go up again. We have minimal exposure in copper for our CFDs, but I do have some ETFs stocks that I bought. Is the ticker is COPP? I think it's the yeah, it's a ETF. The from who's that? Sprott ETF. S&P 500. Oh my goodness, everyday all-time high. That's freaking bananas. Yeah, and that basically concludes it. Gold is taking a breather. All right, that's my update for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Take care. Bye bye.